do it big like football, Texas.
Uh,
I'm trying to
Um,
become big brain here, but I've
just
been like
sacrifice one of the rocks, no?
but the skull's still deaf. I don't know about you guys, but remember I was talking to you, Josh, and Shay about the guy Miyamoto Musashi, and I was telling that to Hood, like, you guys need to read Vagabond. It's amazing. It's like a fucking masterpiece.
What was the context of that?
It's basically this samurai that just dedicates himself to the way of the sword. And
Oh yes.
trying to find enlightenment, but basically the manga doesn't kind of bring it, but if you kind of read his a small version, or even watch a small YouTube video about it, or reading the manga, you kind of see like how he seclude himself from others just to like proceed and like master his way of the sword. But it also comes to like a lot of things, like for example, something that's edgy, like the entire time he goes on this entire quest murdering a lot of people, but eventually he comes to like ask himself, like, what is the way of the sword, right? And basically at a certain point he gets, well, not visions, but he makes up those persona in his head, and he had the entire like answer to his motivation the entire time. It's just really like motivational and like
You mean when you talk about like he killed a bunch of people? You mean when he cut down an entire dang dojo and some?
Yeah, he does that, but
Oh my god.
he basically destroys an entire dojo and just like, I'm gonna head out now.
And it's not even just like, it's not like a shitty dojo, it's like a prestigious dojo
Yeah,
too.
it is. It is. Overall, it's a good story. I feel like his motivation and his cause of living are really interesting. Basically, like, now these days, what can you do to have such motivation? Like, it's so tough, right? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me, motivation is kind of like something hard to get.
Yeah, for me it's a competition, so it's like, actually it's just recently, so I admit I've been slacking on my like workout schedule and some of my other drives. And I remember seeing a guy I used to know in high school, right? He was considered like the nerd of the school, but he was like my first friend I met there. But even then, people would like look down on him, like, oh man, this guy is super skinny, he's like super lame. And then come see him now, this guy is ripped. He's a photographer, he knows how to draw now. And this is the guy in high school that never knew how to do art. Like, the teacher would fail him because he was bad at it too.
That's kind of harsh.
And then you'd see in his bio, like, I've been working out for a year now. This is the progress I made under calisthenics. I'm like, you know what? I could do better than that. And that's what gives me drive sometimes.
Basically competition, yeah. But I feel like for me, even if I have competition, it's still like sometimes tough. I'm not gonna lie about it.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes you're just like, oh, this guy's like fucking built different. I can't do anything about him.
Oh yeah, it's like, if it's like something you know you're capable of, it's like, wait, I can do this too. What makes him think he's better at it?
Or like, I know this way is actually like more toxic, but like, whenever like I plan to do something and then somebody tells me that I can't do it, there's some like energy that just builds within me where I'm just like, it's fuck you energy just comes within me, and like I just get to work, you know?
Yeah, you ever heard of Lex Luthor?
Yeah, like Lex Luthor just became like the president just to like fuck with Superman or something.
Yeah,
was that the entire reason?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like he was trying to like mess with Superman in some way or another, and he became president. He cured cancer, you know. He just like did all these things.
Yeah, to show that he's like, he doesn't need to be an alien to be a hero.
I don't remember this. What the fuck? That's actually kind of cool.
Built different to be built different. Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I always told my brothers, my parents, that beware of bald people. They're kind of scary.
Yeah, Bobby was catch, bro.
Also, another thing, there are two things. One, it's from like last a couple of months ago, what I kind of picked up was like, consistency. It's like you don't really want to like depend on motivation, because I think even people that like are able to do the thing they do, it's not motivation that drives them. It's the fact that like they wake up and like it's not like they have to push themselves to do it. It's like they know they're going to do it. They know that like they've done it like 50 days before and they're going to do it again, and they're going to do it like 10 more days after. Like this is their life now and they've accepted it, you know. So like getting into that kind of mindset where it's like it's not I have to push myself to do this, but like this is just what I do, is kind of like where we got to put ourselves in. And then another one is like also like environment. I like my house. I kind of I tend to make my environment like very relaxed and very chill. But when I again a few months ago when I moved, it's like what I picked up on is like there was a lot more pressure on me to perform, right? And like it's like normally I kind of like, you know, get loose and get like eased. Like when I came to, I mean, I was talking about like when I first met Che. When I first met Che, I was too tense, right? I was too, but like over the course of university, I loosened up a lot. I might have loosened up too much, you know what I mean? So there is a balance with stuff like that where you got to put yourself in a position where you're not. I mean, it's like work hard, play hard. You know, like you gotta do both. But finding a way to like either like create that kind of pressure or you got it. Finding a way to like create that kind of pressure or consistency is like I think the way like we would be able to do something like that.
Yeah, there's like the whole like really like productive people when they work, when it's like time to work, it's like that's all they do, and when it's time to have fun, that's all they do. So it's like I guess focus on whatever you're doing or something. I wouldn't know. Maybe a procrastinator. I do nothing, so
it's hard.
hella speculations out here.
Yeah, but I don't know. Even for me, like I don't know. Like you're saying, Josh, right? I don't. Even for me, I feel like ever since I got into uni, it's like it's been big tough.
Oh yeah.
Big tough to what?
Like a lot of motivation's been lost.
To be happy.
Like I used, believe it or not, I used to work out, but now I'm just like this fat fuck. I'm just like, what have I become?
I think a big reason for that though is because I think a big reason for that is like the pressure isn't really there, you know? Like in high school and stuff, like teachers get on your case and it's like they're like, oh, come on, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. When uni, your prof is like, it's their 9 to 5. They come in, they speak their words. If you want to learn more, you come to them and like they just move, you know?
That is true. That is true.
If you want to fuck around, you're free to do it. You're an adult now. The pressure lightens up, and then it's on you to create that kind of pressure. And if you don't make that pressure, you start to fumble.
Oh my fucking god! But not even that. Like look, for example, in high school, it wasn't like the gym teacher didn't tell me like, oh, you have to work out every day. It's just like it was a lot of good pure health and like being health conscious, right? But now it's just like I wake up. I can't even. I can't even wake up at 8.
Oh really?
I can't even wake up at 8 anymore. Like I mean, unless I have some plans. Like for example, when you guys came over, like I was like, all right, I'm on high alert. I need to do this, that, right? But like if I'm at home, like I'm gonna wake up at 8 and do this. It doesn't happen. It's like if I'm home alone and I know I'm not having anything or I'm not going out, I won't wake up, right? And I know a lot of people said like, oh, you have to make life exciting. For example, a lot of people, what they say is like, oh, you have to pretend that you're gonna have a good breakfast in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I get hungry in the morning, but it's just, I don't know, man. I don't feel like eating.
I hate doing that. It sets me up for disappointment. I want to have a good breakfast. I wake up, there's no milk. I'm like,
You put cereal already in the bowl. You're waiting for it. You're like, ah, damn.
Milk something.
And then you're like, oh, where's my dad? And your dad went to get milk, and you're like, oh, well, another 15 years.
Another 15.
I'm so fucking... I'm such an ass. Wait. Oh my god, you can make them Okay.
Huh?
But no, I was looking at this little KKs.
Kek W.